Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions.
It's time.
The interesting podcast for interested people just like us. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey.
Identity theft is not a joke.
Chris.
Millions of families suffer every year.
I was trying to copy the same.
No, you can't do it.
I didn't wear that way.
Is that what we're doing for this entire podcast? We're just going to like copy each other with a whisper?
The entire. The whole thing's just a shadow
It's a
game.
whisper.
Just a shadow game. Well, that's all we are is each other.
It's just a shadow game now.
Doppelgangers.
So, yes, for the listeners, the entire podcast is going to be us just repeating ourselves constantly.
That's pretty
Constantly.
My heterosexual life mate, Dave.
Yellow wall.
Dave, you ignorant slut.
Sorry, replay that?
Dave, you ignorant slut.
I feel like we call him that every day.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
I got the slut. What was the word before?
ignorant.
Oh.
Or wait, in your terms, ignorant.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's why I didn't understand
Yeah,
it. Like, fuck, what the hell are they
Yeah, I should have
saying?
got that from the Ebonics playlist.
I was going to say Dave went to school in the Ebonics. He took Ebonics instead of French.
He's a master of the Urban Dictionary, illiterate to the regular dictionary.
No, that's a clip from The Office, obviously. But it was originally said by Dan Aykroyd in the 1970s SNL. He would say that to Jane Curtin.
Well, that's a lot.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Right. And the ever-loving, ever-knowledgeable nonsense, AJ.
I love it.
He does love his nonsense.
I
This is
do.
true.
He does.
This
I
is
do.
true. Yes, yeah. There's
that
no
one?
dispute.
I love it.
Yeah,
I do. It's true.
And Michael, you're
I
definitely
do.
relevant him too.
I'm a Michael Scott fan.
You sure are. And if you want to keep The Office on the air, make sure to like and subscribe for more.
Get in your
Sarcastic
time
Distractions.
machine.
Yeah, but say,
I
there's some
I know.
challenges.
Well,
with
it'll
this
still be in syndication. It's still out there.
Yeah,
People are
if you want
watching
to
us,
keep it in the
streaming.
syndication, then
Yeah,
that's
please like and subscribe for more Sarcastic Distractions and keep the love going. You want to support us, please save 10% by buying, clicking on the Smoking Gun beef jerky link and buy American by support Canadians. But that's not what we're talking about.
No.
Well, we kind of are. I guess a little
I
bit.
guess so.
We're starting it that way. We're
Yeah.
having ourselves a lovely distracting discussion.
Sarcastic distraction.
Sarcastic distraction.
We're having ourselves.
A distracting discussion. Oh my god. Oh brother. I love that fucking meme. So, gentlemen, yeah, let's get into it. How has these? I don't know, it's been like 3 weeks since we've done one of these. I think.
Well, yeah, usually that's how,
usually
that's
how
usually how
it
it
goes,
goes.
That's how time works, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
All right.
of this
Linear.
nature.
Three-fourths of a month. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I guess it depends if you prescribe to the multiverse. I mean,
Yes.
this could have happened like a week ago,
It probably did.
Maybe.
And then probably happened like a minute ago.
and then
And then upside down.
Yeah.
And then there was when we're in reverse, and there's probably one where we're in
Yeah.
blackface, and there's a whole bunch of different
Man.
multiverses.
Well, we didn't record the one where we did the black.
No,
not
God,
video.
no.
We
Like,
didn't
so-
do video.
Yeah, it's all audio.
Is
Yeah,
there
it's all
is there
audio.
a multiverse based off of anything you can think of? Is that the idea of it?
Whoa.
Or
Well,
is there like specific like guidelines
As
to what
far-
multiverses are?
as far as I understand it, and I am obviously a theoretical scientist, so I know lots about this shit.
I love the question
I
alone.
know.
You're a theoretical human.
You
so-
sure am. Theoretical is optimal word there.
I mean, that too.
Um,
Yeah.
But
Possible.
I was gonna say I think the leading understanding of multiverses is each decision
Yeah.
you make will split off into another.
So
Yeah.
it's not like what was it, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, when they were falling through multiverses and it changed, like all of a sudden it was an animated universe. So like, is there a multiverse where we're all animated?
Well, essentially,
No.
technically, no. I mean, one could say you could get there based off decisions, but I don't know.
My perception, based on, again, my experience, is really that no, they're not actually animated, because then that doesn't conceive or doesn't make sense.
Right.
But their perception of
But
things
nobody-
around them are animated.
but it only
Oh,
but it
based off
only
the
makes
world, yeah.
sense, or doesn't make
That's how
sense
they see
to
it.
you.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, is that
But that's all
they're
it
still
is.
animated. Like, you would still see in this other universe animation, but that's just how you're perceiving it through your eyes. Like today, when
Right.
you see something, that's simply your body perceiving the
Yeah.
reflection of light.
Yeah.
Like
How
that-
do I know what you know what ice cream tastes like?
Yeah, it's
I
like
have no fucking
people
Because
the color
we agree.
issues.
idea. No, we don't.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
No, we don't.
Well, it's like people that
We've
do
never talked about
cilantro.
ice cream, brother.
Shut
we don't
up.
agree.
Yeah, next thing you say, like cilantro or something. Like
Yeah,
it's,
well, you see, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's see, we agree. He disagrees.
That's
Therefore,
'cause
he's wrong.
That's because he's a Neanderthal. It's not his fault. Okay. It's not
yeah,
his
no, I have taste buds.
So would there be a or lack thereof? Would there be a multiverse where Dave likes cilantro?
I mean,
No.
Out of the what is it? 180 billion
No.
possibilities. Is one? No, there's none.
No,
There's
none,
literally
not
none.
one.
There's not a single possibility.
Not
Nope.
one.
No, it is. That one is truly impossible.
In fact, the one universe where there is no cilantro, that is where Dave is king. That is where he rules all of it.
that's sorry. No, that is actually the one universe where I love cilantro.
See now
I've
again,
never tasted it.
the whole
It's the greatest thing ever.
the whole idea. Yeah, that's a good point. The whole idea kind of confuses me too because I understand if it was multi-dimensional, right? Like different dimensions, different timelines.
Sure.
But different universes doesn't make sense to me because we consider there, like you look in space and like, oh, there's a different universe. Like this is our galaxy, and then there's so many galaxies per universe, and blah blah blah. So it's an actual physical, tangible thing.
Yeah.
Whereas a dimension, past 3 or 4, if you consider time to be a dimension.
Yeah, it is.
So past 4 dimensions, we can't perceive. Therefore,
Have you ever seen Buckaroo Banzai?
Well, it's more. Where
I've
did
tried.
you go?
I've tried to see Buckaroo Banzai, but I mean,
Doesn't he talk a
It's
lot?
just-
Doesn't he go?
it's just
through it?
it's just Robo. I can't do it. He's not. It's RoboCop, but it's not RoboCop.
fair.
Peter Weller is RoboCop.
Yeah, I just remember
Forever
Buckaroo
and ever.
Banzai being that was like escaping the whatever dimension, 3rd dimension, or 4th dimension. I can't remember what it was, and I was like, oh, that's a big deal back.
There
in the
was a
80s.
great novel like that too. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
To me,
Are
dimensions
you
don't
talking
apply
Buckaroo
to
Banzai
this.
or
No,
Buck-
I agree.
Buck
I think we're
Rogers?
talking about
Two different things. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah.
There's
Oh.
like the guitar playing
I
fucking.
think so. Nope.
Bonsai Buckaroo.
You're thinking Buck Rogers. He's like Spaceman.
No, I'm thinking Buckaroo Banzai.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Buckaroo Banzai was like in a band and shit.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Basically,
many bucks in the
basically
world.
rock and roll Flash Gordon,
yeah, pretty much.
essentially.
That's
Nice.
fucking-
I don't think
that's
I've
probably
ever
how they-
seen it.
That's probably how they sold it.
Probably
It's probably like, hey,
Look, all right.
we got rock and roll mixed with Flash Gordon. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever.
I'm practicing my character.
Look, all right.
I love it.
Who's got a hoagie?
Who's got
A hoagie.
you got a big
Nice.
fat
Always
stogie?
a hoagie and a stogie.
Yeah. I'm
gonna be so many sandwiches.
You know, for that-
we can't tell.
No.
We're-
But for
we're
that,
speaking in code.
we are speaking code. What I want you to do for a little bit of research, I need you to go look up a wrestling character.
I think you're gonna say smoke cigars.
Well, that
Yes,
too.
sir.
Yes. For
I will
sure.
go buy some
sure.
right now.
But you know the manager in AEW, Don Callis. He's like that prick with a bald head and glasses. Anyways,
yeah.
I'm gonna send you some shit. I want you to pay attention to that guy.
The only managers in WWF that I knew.
What, he's stuck
were-
in the 90s?
Yep, because these guys don't managers anymore. I don't think. Jimmy
Hart.
Jimmy Hart,
Mhm.
and
Excuse me.
Bobby the Brain
Paul,
Heenan.
Paul Bearer,
Yep.
and Bobby the Brain Heenan,
Yep.
and then there was like, like Miss Elizabeth and shit. But
Sure.
they weren't even really.
They do exist-
managers. They were just kind of.
They do exist now, but they're few and far in between.
But like Jimmy, the bullhorn. He doesn't exist anymore, does he?
He does. He's alive.
But he doesn't exist within the world of WWE.
I think he comes
anymore,
back
does
for
he?
like legend stuff.
Oh,
You
okay,
wouldn't see
yeah.
him. He was not, like, there's no Hart Foundation that he's managing or anything like
That's
that.
true, that's
but
true.
you do have, like I said, you do have some factions. But back in the day, it was
Oh,
all
look at the
fucking
camera.
every one of this.
Look at the camera. Hi, people.
Hi. Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about either.
Anyways, of course you know. How would you? I will give you some material because I think you'll understand
Oh,
what
okay.
why I want.
Okay.
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 Anyways,
Here's what we got to do.
That's
Here's what we got to do.
speaking of characters, what else is going on?
it's hot out.
Yeah, I want my
Yeah,
winner.
It's
It's
hot.
way too
Fuck
hot.
you.
No,
I want
you
my,
can fuck
I
me
want my
later.
spring.
No, I want my winner back. It is not
Just
just.
as long as there's no coconut oil involved. we're good.
I will agree with you on that one.
Yeah, it melts quick in the shit for sure.
No, yeah.
right?
Holy
Can you
fuck.
imagine?
Yeah.
Like it literally melts in the jar.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, it's yeah. But anyway, yeah, like it's so fucking hot right now that I didn't even bike here. No,
Yeah.
no, I was like, fuck that.
It's
I was
hot
thinking
out,
about
too.
taking the board out. I might still. It is very hot out, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Mm.
I am.
I know you are. Both you guys are because this is not
Even
your
if I
season.
wasn't wearing what I was wearing.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, what you're
that's
wearing-
because you're a mushroom smoker. I think that's
that's
why.
got to
That's
be it.
exactly
That's
why.
got to be it.
I have to admit, even when I was walking up, I saw him and all that. I'm like, dude, how the fuck?
Yeah. Do you own
In
shorts?
this.
I think I have two pairs.
Well-
One like pants pair of shorts,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
one like swim pair of shorts.
Well, I know
Yeah.
what I'm gonna get you for your birthday.
Because yeah, I don't.
I
I don't do shorts, and then when I wear shorts, I have to wear because I get made fun of by people all the time.
Fuck, who cares?
I have to wear short socks
Who cares?
because I don't do ankle socks
Yeah.
because I always have always wear these.
Sure,
these
yeah,
ones,
that's fine.
That's fine.
and then I'll
You're
like,
old
I'll,
enough
like,
to
I'll
do
like
that.
roll them down.
Do you know what's
You're
in for
old
the
enough.
kids
You
these
can do
days?
that.
They
Oh,
wear
yeah,
those
to have
kinds
them,
of
like-
shorts
like
with
fucking-
like up
Up
here.
here.
Yeah, up here, and then usually like
Yeah, the
kinda
two-
and then they'll use sandals.
The two little kids that are at Max's bus stop, they do that.
Yep.
They're two little twins, and they were basketball shorts.
Yeah,
Yep.
And then they were like,
Yep.
socks like
Almost
we would
knee
wear,
high.
almost knee high, all
Yep.
the way up,
Yep.
pulled tight. So there's literally like that much room between the sock and the short. It
Yep.
essentially looks like they're wearing fucking clam diggers.
yeah.
It's and again, Sam's boyfriend does the exact same thing.
Yep.
And when he came in the one day with it, I just stared at his legs and he got a little freaked out by it. I'm like, is this like a thing? And they're
Yeah.
both like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
this
it's
is
apparently
They're
it
like,
is.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is it. I'm like, fuck.
I used to rock at the fucking socks and sandals thing. Like, it's so fucking stupid, but
That's in too. yeah.
everybody does it.
I
so
can't
what
do
am I gonna
sandals
say?
in general, so I'm just.
Why not? Oh yeah.
I'm
I
just
like
not a
sandals, but
see
only
my
if I'm-
feet guy.
Yeah.
These I'm down for. I like the thongs.
Yeah, I don't mind
They're
sandals.
called
but
flip flops.
yeah, I can't do flip flops. I don't mind sandals, but it has to be like in that case where I'm sitting on my ass. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
not
walk.
going running in these.
Yeah, I
right?
can't
Like,
walk.
you know,
There's
come to
a
the podcast.
Yeah.
place in the world where the president, I think it's I don't know if it's in like an Eastern European country or like a Middle Eastern country, or if it's
Probably both.
a South American country.
Yep, that too.
Probably northwestern area.
Probably Northwestern.
Like Venezuela or some shit.
yeah. Or Ukraine.
Flip flops are illegal.
Fuck off.
Yeah, flip flops are
That's
illegal
fucking insane.
because the president of the country didn't like the sound of them going flip, 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 flop on people's feet.
Okay, we're putting a national ban. Putting a national ban of flip flops.
Now,
The sound is horrible. The most horrible sound in the world. So
if it is, what is it, El Salvador? Yeah, if it's El Salvador, I'll give it to him because he like created like the safest country in the world out of the most murderous country out of the world.
all
in the
by
world.
getting rid of flip flops.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All by getting they do the whole like if you're in like a gang or something like that, they just fucking throw you in jail. Like just being in a gang is illegal.
Oh shit!
And
And
they
even
just-
being affiliated.
Yeah. And they
That's
just throw you in jail.
crazy.
And the jails are like the dudes are like sitting like this close together
Oh.
all the time
So
in
my
like
kinda
one
jail.
big jail cell.
And they
Yeah.
just
Right,
die
and
off.
they have to like follow all of these rules and blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Super
Apparently,
strict.
it went from the worst country in the world in regards to safety to the best country in the world in regards to safety. It's like
Until they break out because they had one.
no, they can't.
No, there was one, a big one.
Like
And-
recently?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like not recent. I think it's like 6 months.
Yeah,
half a
well,
year ago.
he wanted to
Yeah.
die anyway. Then apparently,
Yeah.
because
Well, no, the entire thing got broken open. The entire jail.
oh, no, this is a different place than we got to be talking about because this guy's like
no,
since-
a lot of them got killed because of it. But the whole whack of them broke out.
craziness. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. So don't wear flip flops in El Salvador
Yeah, don't wear
or
flip-flops
Venezuelan
there.
land. Yeah,
Somewhere
wherever
around
that-
there.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
somewhere
somewhere.
around there,
Just
yeah,
Don't do
just
it.
don't wear flip flops.
Don't worry about it being so
or maybe
fucking
it was in the
hot.
Philippines.
I'm not a flip flop guy. I have to admit. I've tried to wear one like as a gift. It was given to me while we were at a beach or something, and
Yeah.
nah, I
So
can't
do you
it.
like? Do you do sandals at all?
Oh yeah, I do.
so you like a
as I said,
Birkenstock kind of?
no. If I'm doing
Jesus
sandals,
sandals?
nothing on. But to me, they have to like they can't be loose.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not-
he said, nothing on. He just wears
Just
sandals,
sandals,
no
just
clothes.
sandals.
Well, yeah,
nothing.
that's a
of
common
course.
thing
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's why we go to the beach together all the time
Yeah.
because I get to see that. Anyways,
Well, you get to see this all the time.
that's
It's just
true.
you always want me to take you to the beach and
it's true.
have a
How much-
relationship.
Go outside.
Listen,
I know.
listen,
I want
if
people
I'm-
to see
if
us
I'm-
together, Dave.
Yeah,
But if we're gonna
exactly.
do that, you got to pay for this, right? You can't. This doesn't come for free.
What doesn't
Right.
come for free?
This
Yes, it
But
does.
what?
right here.
What?
This
What
is
about
expensive.
what that '90s singing group said that love don't cost a thing?
Oh, they were lying. That was all
I
bullshit.
don't even remember who did that.
Was it that J-Lo?
Was it J-Lo? Oh yeah, right.
You just called it a band.
I was thinking like TLC. Well, essentially, J-Lo was a band.
Why, she was.
Apparently,
she didn't even sing her own
yeah,
song.
exactly. She'd
Did
go in
not?
and she'd go in and do the demo or no. They have so when pop stars are like given songs, they don't usually write their own songs. They're
Well,
just,
a
like,
lot of them.
they're
Yeah,
just
they
in a
just have-
catalog and
Yeah,
you
that
go
makes
through them.
sense.
Oh, I want to hear this song. So what they'll do is they'll get somebody else to sing it,
Okay.
right, for a demo.
Oh, that's
and
fair.
then like
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Katy Perry listens to it and then she's like,
Likes
"Oh, I
it.
really like this song." They take
Yeah.
the vocals out
and then she
and then
does
she
it.
goes in and sings.
Yeah.
Well, with Jennifer Lopez, this probably happens with a lot of other artists too that we don't know of.
Yeah.
With J-Lo, they were literally just keeping the girl who sang the demo in, and then J-Lo would say like 3 or 4 different words, and then that's it.
Weird.
Yeah,
I'm
she'd
surprised this
she'd
was
like
allowed.
maybe sing a harmony
Huh.
or maybe say like, like J Lo or some stupid shit like they do, and then
Jenny from the block,
and then and then that's it, and then it would be the chick on the demo.
I hope the chick on the demo got some money.
9 times at it, like what I learned in school that if you want to make more money, don't be an artist, be a writer.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know who makes the most money off the Titanic movie?
Probably the owners of the rights.
The person who wrote the song "I Heart Will Go On" makes even more money than Celine Dion.
Yeah, and that wasn't even Celine Dion.
And I think even more than James Cameron.
Oh, nice.
Because that song is still in rotation.
I don't know if that guy's alive anymore. I think the guy who wrote that was the same guy who wrote all Meatloaf songs.
I think you're right. Yeah,
Jim Steinman.
I think that's true.
And that's why there's a lot of Meatloaf songs and Celine Dion songs that are very, very similar.
Similar-ish.
And that's why
He
the
was a
duets
great
went so
music
well
writer.
together.
Yeah.
And we got a Celine Dion and Meatloaf mash.
Like
Now, you know what? I think
yeah.
we're gonna fucking mash it up later on
What
today.
fucking Celine Dion song? It's all coming back to me now. That one.
Oh yeah.
We're the night don't
Oh my God, that is such a Meatloaf song.
Wrong. That one. Take her voice out of it. Put Meatloaf's voice in it. It's a fucking. It's I would do anything for you. Right.
I always knew this. Even was on his albums that he was the writer. That
Yeah.
Meatloaf was simply the singer. He was the one that.
I think Meatloaf
performer.
wrote lyrics.
Oh, he participated.
He
likely.
participated
Yeah.
in the songwriting of that, but that Jim Steinman guy would have probably written the lyrics and
The core.
given that song to Celine Dion.
Oh, and I
So
can't.
he
think that-
makes more than that because every time that song's played, he gets most of the money.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. My big thing always, again, since we're on the topic ish, was always Meatloaf. Bad Out of Hell 1, 2, fucking amazing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
third one, I'm
I
sorry,
think
I,
it's
love Meatloaf. Yes, he wasn't
didn't
involved.
work. They didn't
Correct.
work together. Yeah,
They were
that's
having
why.
a bicker match
Yep,
at that time.
yep.
Magic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thankfully, they both apologized, got back together as friends
That's good.
before they both
I
passed.
don't think he had anything to do. Oh, maybe he did. I'd have to look into it. The Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
I feel like that was a Steinman song.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it was Steinman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
sure
he
it was.
participated. Like again,
Because that's
he
I
was
guess
likely
Steinman
the
was
core.
very, very
The two of
Yeah.
them,
musical theater.
yeah, and the
right?
two of them for 1 and 2, Bad Out of Hell, like they worked like together.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, yeah,
they
they
were
were
Meatloaf.
Lockstep
yeah.
with each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So like the guy who writes, wrote all Britney Spears' songs and shit. Like
Oh
that.
yeah, that's
What?
fine.
She didn't write "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Man,
That wasn't
she-
her?
I've
No,
never
she
understood
She
that
wrote
song.
"Hit Me, Baby" 2 more times, and
I've
then they
never
kinda-
understood
they-
the
They
lyrics.
retooled it.
Never.
Yeah.
Like even when
from
it came
a
out,
16-year-old kid.
I think it was,
Yeah,
but I
like,
think
it's
it's
fucked
the
up.
it's just I never said like why would anybody say to somebody else, "Hit me, baby," one more
because
time?
back in the first of all, you're still right, but it's not a
course I'm right.
physical aggression thing. Shut up, Dave. It's not a physical aggression. Think about how kids talk back in like, right, like
Sure.
hitting that, right? Like,
Oh,
I'm a hit that.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I
It
get
doesn't
it.
mean hitting that. It means hitting that.
Yeah.
So it's still fucked up coming from a 16-year-old
Right.
in a different way.
I never picked up on that.
She's not asking to be slapped. She's
Yeah.
asking
I
to
to be
fucked.
slipped. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been
Slip
doing this
the
wrong with my
D.
wife this whole time.
Yeah.
I just been slapping. Oh, my bad.
You can slap the D on her if you want. I don't know if it's gonna get
Oh,
to.
mushroom slap.
Yeah,
Pop, pop.
yeah. So it's going. Oh, hey,
Sex,
Oh,
sex in the
oh,
mushroom
Well,
kingdom.
it's actually one of those jokes. I should bring it up too because I have a big, wonderful plan tomorrow. It's one of
It's
those
a sexual
very
plan.
No, actually, no. Even though we were just talking about sex, and now I just thought of this. Of course,
Of course.
my big plan for tomorrow is this is one of those magical things. And anybody out there that is somewhat elder with children and a wonderful wife,
Somewhat elder.
somewhat. I'm not fucking old yet. Fuck you off.
Okay.
He's not a senior.
Yeah.
God.
When I get
Oh.
senior discount, then you can call me fucking old.
on.
Anyway, what the fuck was it? Oh yeah, tomorrow I am gonna have about 6 hours. Nobody home and no responsibility.
Oh, fucking
Oh, like
shit.
probably because your wife's out at like a
She has
festival thing or something.
Yep, she's out at a festival. Both kids are gone. Curtis has his cadets camp, and Sam's right now with her boyfriend. All that. So yeah, I have this all planned in my head. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure my son definitely gets on the bus so he can go up to his
Fuck
cadets.
up.
Basically, yeah.
Daddy's going on a trip and I ain't leaving the house.
That's just what I'm doing. I decided that, yep, tomorrow, as soon as everybody's gone and I've confirmed responsibilities are free, I'm fucking shrooming it, sitting back, enjoying the sun and
Well,
music.
I now know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I wish.
I'm going to visit Dave.
Oh, happily,
You're not
come on
supposed to
by.
Tell him. Remember, we had a plan.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She doesn't
Yeah.
know. He won't know. He'll forget when he's
I will
saying
forget.
something.
As soon as he walks out of here.
But yeah, that's my big joke. And of course, the joke back at me was a laughter going, David, you know what you're going to do? I'm like, what? I'm going to do that. And she's like, yeah, no. You're going to start doing laundry. You're going to do the dishes.
Do laundry
do it on shrooms. I won't say it makes it funner, but
Funner.
it makes it way more interesting.
It makes it more challenging, but it's a good challenge.
It is.
It
A
would
good
be
It's a
challenge.
rewarding
You're
challenge.
literally fighting reality.
Well, that's just I'm trying to picture me doing this. I could just see me spending like 4 hours just trying to get clothes into the washing machine.
Oh wow, how many mushrooms is you gonna take? Jesus
How
Christ!
many
Well-
times that one sock drops out?
I decided. Normally I'm relatively good, but I decided no. Like I have an entire, basically half a day, no responsibility. Dave's not going to be here tomorrow.
I love it. I love it. He's going to space
I'm
camp, folks.
no
looking
shit.
forward to
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
love it.
I'm very looking forward to it.
I wish shrooms were legal though. Like,
I mean, they're not legal.
Well,
they-
no,
but they are
legal.
not.
legal.
They're
Yeah, that's
not
true.
legal.
they're not legal.
That's true.
Because they're finding in a lot of studies now. Talking about studies, I have two that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
on
I watch
different
YouTube
topics,
too.
though. No, TikTok, bitch. No, they're doing studies with psilocybin.
Yeah.
Where it actually apparently fuses synapses together
Mhm.
or something like that that are supposed to be fused together.
Mhm.
Like our body, just like THC, where we have cannabinoid receptors and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
cannabis. Apparently, our body doesn't require it, but works very, very well with psilocybin.
Yeah.
And it, like, if you're depressed, there's either a chemical imbalance or there's synapses that aren't right. There's a space in between these two synapses, and they're not firing properly. Well, apparently, psilocybin goes in there and like patches up shit that needs to be
Gets
patched
them
up,
back together.
and
You
gets
two
the shit
go and
start
get together.
firing again.
Yeah. They call it like a rewiring of the brain.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing about shrooms.
And thinking about like
Literally is.
having done both hallucinogenics that were readily available back in the 90s.
Now you got a whole
seriously,
bunch more.
When was the last time you heard about acid?
Oh yeah, nobody
When was
really,
the last time that was like a
It's not
thing to do?
If I hear about it, it's outside of our own
It's
stupid
nostalgic.
conversations. It's a nostalgia thing.
yeah.
Or it's someone who talks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I haven't done acid since I was like probably 16 or 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
But having done both of the things that people were doing and were readily available, yeah, there's like acid can change the way you think about things or view things to a degree, but it's definitely more pivotal when it's mushrooms.
Mm.
It's definitely
more
something
profound?
something that's more profound, something that
Maybe more internal rather than external.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's because it's doing something positive to your brain as opposed to doing something probably negative to your body and brain, being the LSD.
Yeah.
Right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Um,
Well, I wonder if the chemical compound is different too, right? Because I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like mushrooms are more natural.
and that's
produced?
I think that's the
Oh,
big-
that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because chemicals are essentially
Yeah.
poison.
But I always talk about my first time doing shrooms, which was years ago. And shout out to a couple of my boys, Derek and Simon, who I had the experience with. And the best experience. The high was great. We listened to music, all that good stuff. That was wonderful. Coming down was relatively fine. Went to sleep well.
Mhm.
But the fucking 2 months afterwards, where my brain is just on fucking fire, learning, seeing the same things
Right.
in new worlds. I remember speaking to my ex-wife the first time. She's freaking out, and I'm analyzing everything she's doing. I'm like, oh, I totally understand. Like, I was a whole new person from that.
Yeah.
That is the dragon I chase with shrooms, is to get that feeling. More
I
so
just
than
want
the
to get
actual
high and sit back. That's all I'm doing tomorrow. Just so everybody knows.
yeah, of
It can do
course.
all these nice things.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to sit back, not give a flying fuck. Probably listen to some Meatloaf.
There you go.
And sing
There
out
you
loud.
go. Do it up.
to
You
my
should
poor
watch
neighbors.
2001 Space Odyssey. That's what you should do.
You should watch heavy metal.
Oh,
that's what you should do.
so-
The first one, not
You're going to
2000.
fuck him up if you do that.
Yeah, well, so I can't really speak to it, but from a getting high perspective, I again, I'm not a very good TV watcher.
You're a doer.
Yeah, well, not even a doer. I'm a nothinger.
No, you
I don't know
sit
how
there
to just
staring in the
like.
void.
Well,
Yeah.
Looking at the grass.
I
watching
do.
watching the bugs in the grass.
Yeah.
Another study that they've done,
Study number 3.
not on, not
This is all his algorithms we're learning about right
yeah.
now.
Well, and this has come out in other places other than where I saw it, but they're doing a bunch of studies at a university in England on disposable vapes.
Mhm.
Not the weed ones, but the
The carts?
the ones you replace your cigarettes with.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
One disposable vape,
The nicotine ones.
the nicotine ones, is worse than 20 packs of cigarettes.
Oh, why?
on your body.
Really?
Heavy metals. But like there's like leads and nickels and coppers and shit like that going into people's lungs and bloodstreams from it.
Why would they even have that in the
Really?
vape? I don't even understand why that would be in.
I'm confused by that.
A nicotine
Sorry, I'm
vape.
just looking at this weird call that's
It's
coming
okay.
in.
Just they can call back later.
So that kind of stuff, flavorings, some of the flavorings that they're using are turning into a different chemical compound when they're heated. Like when you heat vitamin C, it turns into a different chemical compound that is poisonous to people's.
Okay.
So yeah, like one of those like geek bar things that you go and buy at the fucking store is worse than 20 packs of cigarettes.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. I feel like it's a concentrated thing. Right?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I'm not
Now,
gonna lie.
these
I don't
apparent-
do that.
These
Yeah,
apparently
I do
are
that.
not as bad.
Well, we talked
it's
about
still
this-
something going
Yeah.
into your lung.
Yeah,
But
There's two varieties,
but
the
the-
good and the bad variety.
It also depends on how they extract things, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like this is extracted with CO2 or something like that,
Yeah.
which makes the consistency the way it needs to be to atomize. And then this would be a flavor, right?
You-
This is like rocket pop or some stupid shit.
Extracted straight at your bum, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right, wouldn't it be?
That's right.
Well, no, that's how you ingest it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
ingesting it.
That's how you get
Right.
really high.
But it's a rocket pop flavor, and so they use natural terpenes.
Okay.
So they're not using flavor additives,
Sure,
which
sure.
when you burn a flavor additive, it's going to turn into some sort of
There's some sort of
There's
chemical to do
sig-
that, right? Yeah.
and formaldehyde. There's
Yeah,
a bunch of
typically.
like it's
Which-
again, it's heating certain chemicals up
Here's-
and turning it into formaldehyde.
How did we get to that point? Like, I would imagine, obviously,
But no, it's better than smoking.
no, it's not. But when we think about cigarettes or tobacco, I guess, it started at cigars or whatever, got into cigarettes. I'm going to guess at the turn of the 19th century is probably when cigarettes became maybe 1800s. Maybe,
I honestly
maybe?
don't know.
French, I'm guessing French with the long, skinny cigarettes.
It does seem
maybe, yeah.
It's in my head, but it could be just
Yeah,
us
well,
being
well,
you know,
Considering "et" is
Francis?
probably, I think, a French
Right.
suffix for so cigarette.
So maybe it's
yeah.
maybe
It was
who
for
knows
women.
the exact timeline, but at some point,
For ladies.
let's say in the last
Yeah.
200 years, I'm going to guess we probably figured out cigarettes. But the interesting thing is, I'm assuming the process was okay. Cigars are good. Ooh, too strong. Let's roll them down into smaller things. You can smoke them a little easier, and then people start inhaling. Blah blah blah. Moving on. But then when did it be like, you know what we need to do? We got to put more shit in it. But instead of putting more shit in it, we're going to put additives that will create things like formaldehyde and things like that as a way for, they say it's for addictive
Or
qualities.
even like, are we still talking about tobacco?
yeah, essentially.
Like spraying it down with like
yeah.
Yeah, it's
they
more
do,
the
they
way
do
to
actual
increase.
formaldehyde. It's
Right,
not
right,
even
right.
a
Yeah.
chemical that changes into formaldehyde. It's
And-
formaldehyde.
And here's what I don't
Yeah.
understand. Here's where my brain is like, what the fuck? Okay, so we know all of this is true. This is all record document. The task is not, the task is to raise prices on cigarettes and tobacco to get people to stop smoking, rather than going to the companies and saying, hey, can you quit putting shit that causes death in your fucking products?
Considering nicotine itself or tobacco itself was still addictive
Yeah.
before they started processing it like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
right?
The-
Because they would like go to China and give the Chinese tobacco and use that as trade,
Yes.
and they were
Got the opium.
snorping it up their nose. And
Oh,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
that's right,
That's
yeah.
that's they
Yeah,
have
tobacco itself is addictive.
Yeah.
Cigars are addictive
Right.
if you do the full inhale shit of this, even through your mouth.
Nicotine, nicotine
Yeah.
will get into
Oh,
your
no,
bloodstream
even just
through
mouth.
your tongue.
Yeah, yeah.
Sublingually
Yes.
is better than even
The full.
inhaling.
Good
Correct.
job. Everyone
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
him
it's
a
full.
medal. That was good job.
But
sorry.
again, the
Cookie,
big thing
please.
is not just that, but it's just the processing often was just to make it cheaper, faster, consistent. that
I think
sort
it's
of
to
stuff.
make it more
modernize
addictive.
process.
Yeah,
as-
and more addictive.
As
course.
somebody who's recently tried
Thank
to
you for
quit
smoking.
Yeah.
That movie.
I feel I'm less addicted to the nicotine and more addicted to the other things that are inside the cigarette, such as the formaldehydes or chemicals or whatever.
It's possible, maybe.
Possible.
That's why smoking cigars, yes, it could lead to mouth cancer. Smoking anything is not good for your
No,
body.
it's not.
Inhaling
Even
smoke
marijuana.
of any
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
Hanging around a fucking burning building when you're breathing and smoke is not good for you.
That's
Yeah.
why vaping is better, that little gadget that Chris has, because it doesn't actually burn the weed, so you're not inhaling something that's carbonizing.
Shout out to Air Riser. Yeah, that is the best
Right?
way.
You're not carbonizing.
It's a better
it.
way.
Better
but there
way,
are
but it's-
still things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Mental.
curious. You know what I thought about? Kind of wouldn't mind trying one of those vapes with. Oh, I don't want to get addicted to cigarettes, but I kind of wouldn't mind trying it with loose tobacco.
It's not going to work because what's happening?
Oh, there's no. Yeah, you're right.
There's no
There's
trichomes.
trichomes. That's right.
And that's what it's doing. It's
Yeah, that's
vaporizing the trichomes,
Fuck.
and that's what you're inhaling.
And
There
they
was a
do have
way.
versions of the tobacco that is just the vaping, as was already called out. You can
true.
get vapes that are literally just tobacco.
That's true.
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
another style.
I don't really need to smoke. I don't need to be.
Sorry?
You'd have to burn tobacco for it to do anything.
I thought they did have the
No.
tobacco.
What are those vapes?
Yeah,
Those
like
nicotine vapes.
Are they
They're
just
fucking,
the taste?
They're a liquid.
Yeah,
like
but
this.
they're like there's
And
no tobacco
inside-
qualities other than the nicotine.
Right.
Oh,
Oh.
Or if they have a tobacco flavor.
that
Oh,
like
I
a
honestly
tobacco.
thought it
You can
was
get-
tobacco-ish.
Oh, there was something tobacco.
You can
Yeah.
go to all the vape stores, like the nicotine vape stores, let's call them, and you can get ones that taste like nothing,
Yeah.
and it still has nicotine in it.
Yeah.
They use nicotine salts, which is apparently really bad for you, or a nicotine, a liquid, like a concentrate kind of thing,
Yeah.
Didn't do it.
which
Oh,
isn't
I
as
honestly
bad
know.
as the salts, because apparently the salts is a whole other fuck your body up thing. Yeah.
Well, that's generally for any of our addictions is that we try to get off one to find another, and we
Yeah.
just fuck up our body a different way.
Well, to be fair, do you trust anybody who doesn't have a vice?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My vice is just taking care of myself.
I don't have a vice.
Yeah. Of course not.
Come to my house. There's not one vice in that entire
That is
fucking
so bad.
house.
I actually do
I
have
have
a vice.
I have absolutely nothing to hold on to things that I'm trying to work on.
Yeah,
Fair
no,
enough.
I actually have two.
No
vices in
vices
my home.
whatsoever.
Yeah, I have two in my home.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I may have
But-
one or two.
But yeah, even like we went back to it, like because you're smoking paper. Like, when you're smoking a joint, you're burning
Yeah.
paper. You're burning the plant itself, which is turning into carbon, which is
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not healthy.
no
but again,
bueno.
it's like most things. Even cigarettes, if they were not as addictive as they are, we all know what happens. Like I know a few people where they only smoke when they're drunk, and that's
Yeah.
once or
Fucking
twice a
lucky
month.
you.
Fuck, I can't.
Oh, I can't. Never could.
God no.
No.
Even cigars, like I tried to have a cigar 2 weeks ago, like an actual cigar. Yeah, fuck.
away into
I,
it, eh?
I about halfway through, I was done.
Even
Yeah.
no, I even find with cigars like my mouth. It depends on the cigar. I went and did like a fucking deep dive on cigars for a bit. Like so, you get down far enough, and you can liken cigar aficionadoing to being like a wine aficionado.
Sure.
Like there's different strains of tobaccos that are used. They
Yeah.
come from different
yeah.
places. They're
Regions.
grown in different regions. Higher
Different techniques.
tobaccos that are grown in higher mountain.
Yeah.
You talk about
there's-
rolling techniques too, right? And things
Oh,
like
there
that.
is that
there's
there
there's
too.
different sizes,
Yeah.
different shapes, and everything like that. There was one cigar that I was getting that was super smooth.
Hmm.
They actually ferment the tobacco, so not even just drying it, but they fucking dry it and then they
Get
wrap
drunk
it and then
and
they
fucking-
fucking hang it,
Oh,
Yeah.
and then it fucking ferments the tobacco.
Hmm.
And then you smoke. Hadn't. I guess because there's no yeast or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's not actually
Do anything
It's
for
not
it.
alcohol.
It's like kombucha.
but you get a different taste, right? Just like if you're fermenting fucking peppers
Yeah,
or some
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, so they take that and there's like a binder and then there's fillers and then there's wrappers. So you have the fillers and sometimes most of the time those are like 2 or 3 different leaves.
I'm a
Yeah.
filler.
And then you seem like you're a top.
Hey, I don't mind it. I
And
fill
then
it.
the wrapper that holds all of these loose leaves together.
I
you
try to
use-
wrap it. I'm told I shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't. No.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, just poke a hole.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, wrapping. I get all like, bam, bit to
Oh no, no, you
I'm
definitely shouldn't.
rapping.
No, you
You
definitely
should definitely
shouldn't.
put a hole in that.
Yeah, maybe put a big pin in
big,
that
big
one.
giant pin in that.
So you have the filler, which is usually a long leaf. It's not even shredded like a cigarette. It's just a long leaf that they bunch up,
Yeah.
and then they wrap that with a wrapper
I have a
or
reasonable
I feel like I could do
a
that.
binder, and then a wrapper on the outside. Yeah, so there's like
Wide.
4 different tobaccos in a good cigar,
Yeah.
at
Oh,
least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My wrapper's really good. Yeah.
Can you even roll a joint anymore?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
without a joint rolling machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked is he was our guy back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Him and Philly would roll the joints.
Yeah, I still can't. I don't know what. I'm one of those annoying people where. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say I can roll a joint, it's just a simple joint.
Yeah,
with the
with a twister or
classic
whatever.
new. You pull a paper.
Doc
Done.
and roll. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, to me, I have to admit, I've never understood the challenges personally because I don't. Key is don't overfill.
That's true. Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
the first key.
Don't
Like,
overstuff,
overfill.
kids.
Yeah, you don't
But
need
don't
to overstuff.
underfill either, because then you're smoking more paper. And it
No,
tastes
no,
like yuck, yuck.
no. You gotta try. I agree with you, but I would rather it be slightly lighter than overfilled. Because once it's overfilled, as soon as you get to that point, it just kind of clunks off to one side. It's just
There's no
eh.
breathability.
Yeah. So I've always been not too light, because you're right. Then you're just smoking paper. Fuck it. No, you just need to see if I would demo it, but we don't have any here. Right
I
now.
know. I don't have any. If you, hey, if you
As
want
a
to send
matter,
us
as a
in-
matter of fact, I'm pretty sure we have some marijuana and papers over there.
Nice.
I used to roll fucking big like cigar fucking. I'd take
Yeah.
like 4 papers and fucking like put.
That's
two,
actually impressive.
Put 2 like this, dude. I would love to have a joint because I'm that's probably the thing I'm the least humble about is my joint rolling abilities.
Nice.
That's your one.
That's my
flex.
brag.
I love it. I
That's
love
my
it.
brag. is
That's
these-
his flex. I could roll better than anybody.
I don't have that skill.
I've yeah, pretty much. I
I love it. Well, he doesn't roll his own anymore.
No, I should fucking. That guy makes like $70,000 a year.
Exactly.
But no, like I used to roll joints driving down the 401, driving with my
Jesus.
driving with my
Christ.
fucking knee.
Don't admit to that.
Well, hey, past the statute of
Fuck, statute
limitations.
of
now.
limitations is way longer than 7 years ago. Yeah, pre-rolls now.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I used to do shit like that, or I used to fucking take like I'd take 2 papers and then put them on top of each other, and then put 2 other papers at the end of that, so you have width and length.
For just yourself, right?
Sometimes,
Yeah,
and,
see, that's
and
the
they
thing.
would come out to be about
That big.
Yeah.
yay round, something like
Yeah.
that.
Once in a while, I do have I don't know, like it's nostalgic. I want to roll a joint, and we
Yeah.
do have weed. And again, I'm one of those horrible. Please don't yell at me. It's in the freezer. I pull out
Oh,
little
yes.
chunks what I
I
need.
do the same thing.
Yeah. Because
Whatever.
again, it's one of those nowadays.
Depends
yeah,
on
I
how dry
vape
you
it.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might pull it out a little bit. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Like it's just one of those. Like I do it rarely now. Like again, back when we had the law about we could smoke. We could smoke our own weed, but also grow our own. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Well,
it's gone
You could
finally.
do that now.
Yeah. But I
Smoke your
grew
own
it that one year, and we had so much fucking weed in the house. I love getting high, but I don't get high enough to use it. That
Yeah.
level.
Do your children smoke marijuana? Do you know?
I don't believe so, not yet. So I'm fairly confident the eldest right now, she probably won't for the next little while. I have a suspicion, my son, he will.
Yeah.
Because right
Well, he's a
now,
cadet, so.
well, what's funny is it's actually less about the cadets. It's more he and his friends, because he got his drum kit, so he's a full-on drummer.
Then he's gonna be a
The
pothead.
electronic.
Duh.
Oh yeah, you gotta be.
Well, it's not even that. It's them coming in. They come into the house because he has his gear there, and they start practicing.
Mhm.
That's fine. So now they're also young teenagers. I think they were maybe in the house for 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon. I think I heard them practice for 10 minutes. The rest of the time was talking, yipping, doing this, going outside, going
you
for a
got-
walk.
See now, kids these days have it made because we couldn't just go for a walk
No.
without coming back and smelling like something.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Now we have-
I know.
They could be sitting in your basement hitting
Big
these
as fuck.
motherfuckers,
Oh, yeah,
and
they
you
could
would
be.
never know.
Yep,
That's
it's
so
true.
But at the same time, I guess my question is how would you feel about that? If you walked down and your son was hitting a fucking THC vape in your basement,
Oh,
Kill
so
him.
it'd be 2 ways. So the first thing would be, to be honest, he would likely tell me that this is happening. We don't generally hide it because he also knows I actually have no issue with it personally.
right?
As long as he's being responsible, taking care of himself, blah, blah, blah.
He knows
blah,
you
blah.
partake in it.
Well,
I
yeah.
guess that would.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I'm going to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
He has seen me downstairs pick up my vape at 11 o'clock and I go, fuck it.
Do you
So-
do you have the parental mindset that I would rather him do it at my house in my
Yes.
house? So if something did go wrong,
Yeah.
Thanks
It's one of
to
those
at
things.
least you're there. And
Yeah,
and
it's
whatnot.
I don't know if I've shared this already.
'Cause
It's one of those.
that's how I was raised.
Yeah, I bow to my mother because all those times she let us party at the place.
Yeah.
It was so she could keep her fucking eye on
That's
us.
so true.
Get
that was
wasted,
it.
but if
That's
you
it with
get
my dad. My
fucking-
dad, same thing.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Get
same
alcohol
idea.
poisoning, at least somebody can call 911 properly, right?
Yeah, we never had any of those issues. Oddly.
No,
we
neither
had
did
some
we.
we had some scary situations for sure.
We had the
But that
one
was-
kid sleep in the neighbor's bush. That,
That
was
was weird.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked down the street in the Canadian flag.
Yeah,
Just the Canadian
Yeah.
flag.
Lots of vomit. Lots of vomit.
Lots of all of
I
it.
guess that
guys
goes-
checking out other people having sex. Oh,
Yep.
that happened.
We just-
Fuck, I'm still pissed off.
We
he
just
did
did a
that to
lot
me.
of shit stoners would do,
oh yeah.
not necessarily drunks.
Okay.
Yeah, we were on the
weren't-
drunks.
We weren't big on the.
We were
drink.
on the we were
We
the
would,
drunks.
we'd go out in the bush and drink. We go to like bush parties and shit. That's where we do all
Oh.
our drinking.
Yeah,
when we were
I remember-
like-
we haven't been. Fucking, I can't remember last time I was at a.
Oh,
bush
I haven't
party.
been to one
They're
forever.
fucking
But like
great.
when we were doing exactly what your son does, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
3 to 4 guys sitting in a basement, either playing music or sitting about talking about what we were going to play.
They were more
or
talking.
going going outside to the garage to
Yeah.
have a smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
because it
That was
was okay to do that? I don't know.
Well, I will admit. So, I am one of those types of parents
That's
where,
true too.
yeah, where
Different times.
different
there's like
times,
the-
yeah.
yeah.
Because again, if they were to have a cigarette, no, I'd ask you get outside, please.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
again, we all or cigar, like anything where you're
Yeah.
lighting. Because that's one nice thing
Yeah.
about vapes. It doesn't stick.
I guess it was weird when we went outside for cigarettes because my dad smoked in the house and my mom has always not been go outside for a smoke.
Oh, that is
She j-
different.
And she's never smoked cigarettes,
Huh.
but she doesn't
got it.
care.
Yeah.
See,
I wonder if she's addicted to
The second
other
hand.
people smoking.
Yeah, maybe.
it's very
Or
possible.
something.
I was the opposite because my dad was such a fucking heavy smoker. Like everywhere smelled like smoke. So I'm like, I'll just take my smokes outside. And
Yeah,
I just
eh?
started smoking outside, and I've always been that way ever since I've been on my own.
I was smoked in my room.
No, so I always
Yeah.
smoked outside until we got the apartment, our very first Shannon and I apartment.
Right.
We were both smokers at the time, and I thought we're adults. I'm gonna fucking smoke inside. For the apartment, we were there 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
We smoked inside the entire time. After we moved out of there, we realized no, I understood better
Yeah.
why to go outside.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
stink. Yeah,
I don't disagree. Because I used to smoke in our, like, the way our house is set up. You like walk in the front door,
Mhm.
and right to your left is our bedroom now,
And a cigarette machine.
and a smoke machine. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those old school. You
Yeah.
pull the knob.
Yeah,
kinda.
you got to pay a
No,
dollar
That-
25 for a
it
pack.
used to
Hilarious.
be it used to be our living room.
yeah.
Right. And I would smoke in there when the kids went to bed because they were, or Max anyway, because he was at the back of the house.
Hmm.
Sure.
So we had like one of those fans.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
one of those
My
double
dad
fans
does
that you
that.
put in the window that
Yeah, yeah.
sucks everything out.
Yeah, my dad
supposed
does
to
that.
suck the heat out of the room or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did that for a bit, but then when we moved the living room from that room to the living room we have now, like after it was all renovated and shit. Yeah, just like taking pictures off the walls, and I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know until.
So now at
know.
least I sit by the kitchen back door with it wide fucking open, and I'm like this close to the door.
But you got
kinda
like,
thing.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
You got a beautiful deck. Why aren't you just smoking on that? I would just smoke
Now
on
I
that all
do.
day. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Now I do.
Yeah.
It's beautiful on the outside. It's not beautiful on the inside. Once you walk, like, for somebody who's wanted a deck for so long,
I think you missed my point. Go
there's I got a you meant beautiful dick. I
on.
get
No, 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 no. Mine's a big, beautiful dick. I got the big, beautiful
you got
dick.
a big beautiful dick. Why
No.
don't you
No,
just
no,
smoke
I
that,
have
AJ?
the
I'm
big,
like,
beautiful
You're
dick.
supposed to
Wait a
smoke
minute.
my
I
big
have-
beautiful dick.
There's only
Chris.
one way.
You're citing my big.
Listeners. All right,
You know
whoever's watching, who has a pretty penis?
You know the big the big 4 posts that are keep the deck up or whatever that are cemented into the fucking ground. They're cracking.
You mean you're not levitating?
Already?
They're starting to fucking split, dude.
Oh wow.
The fucking one of the pieces of wood that the guy used for the fucking railing because he force fitted it, didn't screw it in, starting to twist.
Oh, that's
Right.
really
So there's
bad.
like you look at this deck. I'm sitting on there having to smoke. I'm like, there's nothing I can do about this. There's nothing I can do about this pillar because it's cemented
yeah.
into the fucking ground.
Guess
Yeah.
the
I
force
can't
is
like
strong
cut
with
it off and like replace it. It's just that's how it is now.
That sucks.
Yeah.
He's only had that what a year?
Not even
a
a
year.
year. Not even.
Yeah.
The guy
Shit.
just finished it.
Will it
Fuck.
break?
I assume
something?
it can split. It's a fucking
Yeah.
piece of wood.
Well,
So I'm going to
bummer.
have to, eventually fucking chop something off and
And
blah,
then
blah, blah.
have you get the
Figure it
fake
out.
ones and all that to do.
Yeah.
Either way.
but
Yes.
either way,
I need to get
still,
some
you have a
fucking
place
Thompson's
to go
water
and
seal.
hang out and smoke. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Well, but I understand the frustration though.
Yeah,
It also depends on the time of day.
True.
Because I have
And
no
heat.
shade
Sure.
on the
That
deck.
would
I need,
suck.
I need to invest
Yeah.
in like a deck umbrella or
Yeah, or
something.
something. And
one of
tell you.
those fucking
Deck umbrella.
gazebos.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
isn't that
Well,
the-
I got one of those in the backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I'm
You
telling
haven't
you.
seen it yet.
Well,
We just put it up the other day.
You
There
just
you
put that
go.
on your
We
deck?
erected it the other
You
day.
erected
It was
Very nice.
erected.
Did you do
the
it
other-
with an erection?
Yeah.
Full on?
Oh yeah.
I love it. Did it help?
Yeah. Well,
Knocked it into place?
Knocked it into place here and there.
Little
Well,
hammer penis action?
Yeah.
Well, you have to get the base in the ground usually. You know.
Right,
when it
yeah,
gets-
for sure.
yeah.
And sometimes you just need that.
You need the
Thud,
weight.
you know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
just
that, like-
screwed in.
Oh, you
Oh,
screwed
I
it.
just screwed it.
Oh, you
I
use
hammered
your flat
mine.
top.
Screw it.
Yeah,
Use
I
your flat
hammered
top.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hammered mine in.
No,
Yeah, that's usually I just force it in.
We
Yeah.
put ours on patio square, like concrete
Yeah.
patio square stuff. So I went and got some of those fucking Tapcon concrete
Gotcha.
fucking screw motherfuckers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, but you have the one that you can. You put it in the hole and it stays there, right? It's not there constantly because you're gonna have challenges with wind if you.
Well,
you can
that's why
remove
I
it.
screwed it into the fucking cement, dude.
Okay. Good luck.
I put 16 screws in
Okay.
to cement.
Okay.
So
I'm
we'll see-
wrong.
Well,
we'll
we
see what
just at the
happens.
start of tornado season.
And there's also a hole. There's also a hole in the top. There's a vent up the top.
Okay,
so
that does help.
It's not going to catch it. Like
it's
it
one of the
was
ones that you can
solid.
collapse it, right?
No,
Interesting.
no, it's a gazebo, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Ish gazebo.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. If the hole at the top, hopefully that'll save it. Because I have
Yeah.
to admit, we have not a gazebo, just one of the nylon ones that you can move around and all that fun.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, like, there's been the odd time where bad storm or something. I look outside, I go, "Fuck! I forgot to take it down." And even though it's down and it was supposed to be folded, the wind gets up under, and you start to see it getting to blow up.
We've had a trampoline in our backyard for the past 7 years. It has not moved.
Oh, okay, that will help. Yeah.
Even Max was jumping in the middle of tornado and it didn't.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And speaking of weather,
Or not.
or not, no, but we did have what was it, last week or whatever? There was a tornado that touched down
Like
on
2
Lucan.
days ago.
Yeah.
Not 2 days ago. Like 3-4 days
Yeah,
ago.
very soon, very quickly.
I know what you're talking about.
And there's been a few that have been kind of dotting around the London area, like right close on our borders. I'm just wondering when did they roll through town?
They won't.
Is it just because of where
It's
city
too many
structure?
hills.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have a lot of hills. Plus, so it's one of those. I shouldn't call it a joke, but the hills plus the buildings. It's
Yeah.
possible to get strong winds that will cause damage.
Oh yeah, like 90-kilometer
Yeah,
wind,
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. But I
Yeah.
don't think we'll ever get a.
Yeah. In town,
Our houses
likely.
aren't going to Kansas
No.
or to Oz.
The house can with the very strong wind like
Sure.
that. A
But,
car
yeah,
flips.
there's no eye of tornado.
Yeah, that likely wouldn't happen.
Fuck,
here.
I saw one. I was watching the Tiki Talkies, and there was like a tornado in like it was like fucking Kansas or some shit. And the fucking house, dude, like on its fucking, it went like, and it was like that for like 35 seconds, and then just went
Yeah.
Wow.
back down. It's like holy shit! Is
Yeah.
like thinking about being in the owner. It's like I didn't want my house there. I wanted it there. It was literally like it was like that episode of that 70s show where Leo, Tommy Chong's character, and his cousin, who's played by the guy who plays Al Borland, go to renovate the basement and then they
Right.
get him high, and he does basement 2 feet to the left. It was like that. It was like house 2 feet to the left. That's
Listen,
where it got put back
Fucking
down.
Mother Nature is undefeated.
She's a bitch.
And
Oh, she's gonna always win in the end.
Always gonna win.
Always will win in the end.
Always gonna
Always,
win.
always.
They are the fucking. She's undefeated champ.
Oh yeah.
And,
in
we're
the
never
end, we'll
gonna fuck
think
with
of.
her.
We'll try every
I'm
possible
surprised.
thing.
I'm actually surprised because I'm curious as to where the term Mother Nature came from. It had to have
Oh.
come from men,
Some bitch.
right?
Some
I think it had to
bitch.
have come
No, it's
from
probably
men,
from men.
relating
Of
to
course.
like to the uncertainty of the mood
Wow.
of Mother
I'm
Nature.
pretty sure there's a
But-
reason why we call it Father Time and Mother Nature.
But I'm surprised that people who are like feminist and stuff like that still use the term Mother Nature.
Well, I have to admit, I've never
I'm
thought
not.
of it
I am.
badly.
they're not
Yeah, I've
exactly
never
the
thought of it
brightest
as a
bulbs.
badly thing. To me, Mother Nature is the bringer of life, love,
Or
Mother
chaos,
Na-
bringer of
Well,
chaos.
see, I've never perceived.
That's what
I-
you're thinking, though.
Right? No.
And I'm
no.
wondering if that's
Shannon,
where it
that's
came
not
from.
What I think.
Oh my God, you guys are simps for your wives. I think you're onto something, AJ. I think
I
that's
like
probably
blowjobs,
I-
okay?
Sure you do. Sure
I
you do.
enjoy them very
Sure you
much
do.
from my wife.
I get it.
Who
So-
doesn't? From my wife. I
Yeah,
love how you put that
I
in
enjoy
there.
them from your wife.
Hey, speaking of which, pay up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Rest
Actually,
due,
it's
rest
funny.
due.
Nikki and I, we were talking about it, and I came in. I went and picked up. She likes these like THC lemonade drinks from the dispensary or whatever.
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
And I hadn't planned to like. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna stop in there on my way by
Yeah.
because I was going to do something else.
Yeah.
And I had like a bag of that, and then I brought like a bag of bird seed for her fucking birds in the back and shit like. And I said, "How much do you love me?" She said, "A lot." I'm like, "How many blowjobs do I get?" And I'm like, "I need to start a fucking TikTok account
No.
called How to Get Blowjobs."
No. You need
Yeah.
to start a list, an IOU list of how many fucking blowjobs are owed to you. You'd be like,
There's-
bitch, cash it in now.
There's no IOU. It's pretty transactional.
So that the other day, fair enough. I said that the other day to somebody that like they were with me a belated happy birthday,
Thank you.
all that stuff, and they was like, "Oh, what you do?" I'm like, "Oh, it's whatever." And they're like, "You know, I'm pretty simple on my birthday. You know what? You give me a fucking steak, maybe some ice cream, and a blowjob. I'm a happy guy. I don't really need much more than that."
You know the expense of those three things nowadays? Jesus Christ.
I know. The blowjob's the cheapest.
It is.
I guess depending on your personal scenario, yeah.
Yeah, the blowjob is the cheapest of that now.
Yeah.
Wild,
Yeah,
right?
if you want real ice cream, if you're okay with the water sugar, that you can get.
If you're okay with Chapman's,
If you're okay with that shit,
you don't get Shaw's, but you get Chapman's.
Yeah.
You know the shit that doesn't melt.
Yeah.
You put it in
yeah.
the fucking sink, and it's like
Yeah,
you
it's
put
Put
it
it in
in
your
there.
mouth and it doesn't melt.
Right?
Am I swallowing a chunk? Am I swallowing a chunk of ice cream right now?
Though I have to admit, and again, even though I make fun of this, I forgot how amazing freezies are.
Yeah, it's been a while since
Water
I've had
sugar,
one.
yeah.
Oh,
Fuck,
and
my
it-
kids
that's
are
all it is.
Obsessed with fucking.
I am now
freezies.
obsessed. I'm more obsessed than the kids are in my house because
Oh,
yeah,
my
I'm
kids are
not.
fucking.
I love them.
Actually, shout out to when I was working at the Calco. Shout out to those guys because when we got these extreme fucking heat warning days,
Yeah.
they try to take care of you by giving you certain things. Freezies would be a big thing, and I would get addicted quite quickly.
Oh fuck, I love them.
I'd be the asshole trying to take three
It's
instead
like
of one.
those TikToks that you see because I guess they have like energy freezies now.
Oh,
Oh
Right?
really?
It's like three dudes at a fucking work site, like construction site. And they're like, you know, your day's gonna suck when your boss hands you these, and it's like fucking like, yeah, they're like called like power freeze or some shit like
fucking
that.
crazy.
And
Wow.
they're basically fucking frozen Red
Oh,
Bull,
fuck
probably.
me.
Right?
Probably, yeah.
But you know
probably.
your day's gonna suck when your boss hands
if
you
your
one of
boss
those,
is giving
right?
it to you.
Jesus.
But actually, so there we go. Question: how do you like to consume your freezies?
on my butt.
Okay.
No.
Urethra.
Well, that's
Oh,
impressive.
That is
Wow.
impressive.
Jesus, guy, we got to talk
So I
about
will
that
say,
stretchability.
I will admit, I'm one of those really annoying people. If somebody just cuts it and hands it to me, thank you,
You don't
very
have
much.
to admit
Sure.
that you're annoying. We already
Yeah,
know,
that's
dude.
fair argument. Fair
Are
argument.
you like the half?
No,
Oh.
I'm a big fan of, and you have to do it carefully because you don't want to burst the package open. I crush it before I even cut
Oh,
it
you're that guy.
So
So
I'm like-
basically turned into a slushy.
into it. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
freezy slushy,
Yeah.
and then I cut it, and then it's a
Yeah.
as quickly as I
That's
can.
not a bad idea,
I suck
actually.
it.
I've never done that. I like break it up as I go, but that's a great idea.
My only stipulation for eating a freezy is I have to cut the corner at an angle because I'll get the. You ever get the fucking
Okay, but why do you
paper
don't
cuts
do
in your-
that?
I don't get the paper.
Oh,
cuts.
don't put it in your mouth.
Well, don't
Don't
the
put it in
corners
your
on
mouth.
Don't do that.
And then it gets dribbles all over your fucking face when you're fucking 9.
I don't think you know how to do it without sucking so hard to cut your face. I
Well,
think
I
that's
guess
the
I
problem. You're gonna start looking like, how did I get these?
But see, that's just
scars?
it.
Exactly.
Next time you go to have a
Have you
freezy,
never seen a
break it
fucking
first.
9-year-old with a freezy?
When I
How
was
did you get your
when I was
scar?
at 9, yeah, but like since then, I figured it out.
Oh, dude, I used to know a guy back home.
You
when
used
he
to know a guy. I
I-
love
no,
stories like
I
this.
used
I
to
used
know-
to know a
He's
guy.
a cousin of my buddies.
Because
Yeah.
I haven't talked to this guy since fucking we were like in our 20s, probably like early 20s, maybe even late teens.
Yeah.
I got funny stories about this guy. Took a bunch of mushrooms, was crawling around my house, going. He'd crawl around the corner and go. He'd look at you and go, "Shh, solid snake." And he'd fucking, and then he'd just keep going. And he was literally army
Oh,
crawling.
you mean he'd be
dude.
my best friend? So he's like-
I'm going to say that type of guy.
That's like-
I'd invite him
I
over
think he
tomorrow and say, "Hey,
fucking.
Oh yeah, it was.
He's not gonna watch him,
dude.
Yeah.
it was insane. Like, and you'd be like standing at the counter talking to your homies or something. You'd look down and he'd be at your fucking ankles, and he'd just look at you, go, shh, and then fucking. But this is the fucking also
Back
the
to the
dude who
story.
But
fucking-
wait a minute. Does he draw self portraits of his best friends while he's playing games? Does he do that?
No, he's not that autistic.
Okay.
I
Not
think
that
he
autistic,
might have
eh?
been a smidge autistic though. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Oh, you think?
like no, that was when he was on mushrooms, guy. Come on, he didn't do that just all the time.
What if the mushrooms made him autistic?
Mushrooms
And he
probably made him less
he was playing Metal Gear
autistic.
Solid, and now he thinks he's Solid Snake.
That's what he
and
thought
that's
he
his
was
autism.
doing.
Oh my god!
Anyway,
that is
fuck.
Yeah, right.
His obsession with cardboard boxes.
that makes fucking sense. But even in his like fucking like mid 20s, he'd eat ice cream and he'd be the guy who had fucking like chocolate ice cream like
Oh,
a fucking
no.
clown
in his
mouth, dude.
20s."
Yeah,
His
my
20s?
guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my guy. You'd see him and he'd just be like
Oh shit!
fucking everywhere. I'm not gonna fucking name names because yeah.
Oh yeah, don't. Yeah, with that story,
It's
do not
Dopey
name
his,
it.
his brother might
It's
listen.
Dopey McDerp. That's who it is.
But fuck,
oh
was-
shit!
fuck sakes, man. Like this kid was just.
See, I can't hang out with people
It's
like
just
that because I'll just
weird.
fucking laugh the whole time, and then I got to comment and make fun. It's it's just a
I had,
look at
I
it
had
this
to hang
way.
out with him. He had all the Transformers.
You gotta
He had
hang out with him.
all
For
the
fuck's sakes.
Transformers between him
That's
and
a
his
yes
brother,
thing.
dude.
Yeah.
Like Trypticon and shit.
Yeah.
Like he had all
Yeah,
the
you
Transformers.
gotta hang out with
man.
them. You gotta hang out with them. You
So
gotta.
anyway, I was looking at.
I don't
old-
mind somebody doing that, even if they're elder, as long as they don't mind me, as you almost called it out, laughing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
laugh. I'm sorry.
And listen, you know have your facial hair right now. We're rocking our facial hair. Sometimes you get shit in your face, and it's a funny. You try to turn it into a funny moment if you're caught with it, but you try to wipe it off quickly. But if you're fucking leaving it on there,
It was
What the
like
that's fucking
like
crazy.
homeboy would fucking sit and like eat the whole ice cream cone
Amazing.
before wiping his face off.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, then I will give him. Sorry, you said the magic thing. At
Dude,
the end
chocolate.
of it,
No,
at the end,
no.
he
Learn
is-
how to eat a fucking
no,
ice cream cone.
he is
Learn how
enjoying
to
it
eat
in his
My
style.
autistic 9-year-old can eat an ice cream cone better than this guy.
No, he wants to eat
But-
it this way. Let him.
Oh my
That's true.
god!
But that's not
It's like-
Max's fault. He can use his feet. That's
It's
why
like these
Yeah.
these fucking kids, man. Fuck. Okay, so
these fucking kids.
I love children.
You know,
I've
I
got
feel like
two.
there's a massive butt coming here.
I love children platonically,
But
but
I love children's butts platonically.
these two little motherfuckers that live down the street. I love these kids. They're the
I
sweetest.
don't think you do.
They're the sweetest. No, dude. They're the sweetest kids on the face of the planet. They love
for
Max.
fuck's
They help
sakes.
Max out. They're the sweetest fucking kids.
These assholes with a dog.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
So, I've seen these kids fucking drink liquids, dude. Like iced tea,
Yeah.
right? Not just water, right?
Yeah.
Iced tea. The fucking kid. Oh, I wish I could. If I could. Oh, if I didn't feel so gross after. Actually, I have another shirt out there. But anyway, the fucking kid will grab the can, fucking slam it to his face like this, and then start drinking. The shit's coming out the side of. It's all over his fucking.
Like
and
he's
just
like
you see
he's-
him 3 hours later. He hasn't changed.
Like he's in an 80s Budweiser commercial and he's a sexy
Dude,
girl with Budweiser
it's
shirt.
fucking
Is that
bad.
like that?
We get to the bus stop one day.
Question.
I look at him. He's got shit on his face. I look.
how old is this child?
9?
No, see,
No,
still,
no,
nah.
dude.
There's-
No.
I'm with you as you're saying, Dave, but here's the thing. There is a disconnect there. Like he should know how to properly drink something without it spilling everywhere.
This kid comes to the bus stop every morning with shit on his face, and not even. No, I'm not talking poo, but something on his face.
What's he
I
drinking?
asked him one morning, "What's on your face?" Poutine. You had poutine for fucking breakfast?
Oh no, it's from last night.
No, it was for fucking breakfast.
poutine for breakfast.
Did he make it himself?
Fuck,
I
man.
don't know.
Because I will admit,
no.
so-
himself.
well, no, I'm sorry.
But
I
God,
remember
no.
growing up, my
No.
mom was always having to go out to work at like 5
His
a.m.
mother's sitting on the front porch smoking cigarettes.
Okay, well, that is
there-
different.
We know the reason behind
Yeah,
it.
because like I was one of
started
those
bringing
kids.
fucking
Yeah.
baby wipes to the bus stop to fucking clean these kids off. It was
Oh, you've
every-
become that person.
every day, Dave. And again,
How is it hurting them?
when they go to school and kids fucking look at them and they bully them, that's how it's
Okay,
hurting them.
But that's something they need
You
to
dirty
Are
do.
you allowed
fuck.
to bully in 2025? I don't know if that's allowed.
Yeah, it still
anymore.
happens.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
it still
that's
happens.
But
It's
like
just
this-
different now. Yeah, it's
the
subtler.
problem is they're coming out of a house of a person who's bitched about the same thing as well.
Well,
About how they look?
That's why it's happening.
About how other people's children present
Yeah.
themselves.
Oh,
Projection.
okay, that sounds like
But
a
then
human.
these children are not doing like they're going to school in dirty clothes and
Yeah.
fucking this, that, and to me, I'm just like I feel bad for the kid because it's like, okay, yeah, it's not he's not hurting himself by doing it.
Just
But
hurting
other
everybody
people
else.
But the kid
are
is-
hurting him.
Yeah, but
They're hurting
you
his
said it
feelings.
yourself.
They're hurting.
But he's doing that to himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is the point. Here's
It's
the
just
thing.
as
He's-
a dad with a kid the
yeah,
same
being
age
very,
who
you're being
doesn't
very
do this
protective.
stuff,
You're being very protective, and that's
right?
wonderful.
Like
Every
my
kid's gonna
fucking
act different.
my toddler is cleaner
But-
than these kids. My 2-year-old.
But here's the thing. Here's to today's point for a second. If the parents aren't going to teach the lessons, right, to clean yourself up, do what you got to do. Hopefully, the bullying will do that.
Yeah.
Right. It sucks. I know it's
no,
horrible.
yes. Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Right?
It just
It's
Then
not
it's
cool, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like if
These
you're
kids
gonna
come off the
like,
bus
here's the
crying
thing.
and mom complains
we
and-
all were victims of bullying. I think you were the bully, but we were all victims of bullying
Oh, yeah.
growing up, right? And I remember there were times I was like, for fuck's sake, the best time I've talked about this, having to go to school. My dad got my brother and I matching. I think we're around the 8 or 9 year mark, where he got us fucking matching jean vest and a jean set. Mine was red, my brother's was green. Okay, which is fine for Christmas Day. It looks great for Christmas Day,
right.
except for after one wash. Okay, after one wash, green looks like faded green. Looks kind of cool, right? Red looks like pink. Now I understand in 2025 wearing a pink jean vest and a pink of jeans probably not going to be that big of a deal. It's pretty original. But back in the 80s, guess what? I don't think I ever wore it again because of how much I was bullied.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's like it sucks. It
I-
sucks that
I
I have
had
it.
this-
Like,
Or
I
you
had a
do the
pair of-
accidental
red
rip
jeans
it.
that faded. Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Turned pink.
Yep.
Never wore them again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No?
Or you accidentally rip them.
Would I wear
Alright,
pink?
yeah,
Would I
yeah.
wear pink today? Fuck yeah! I
Oh,
got,
yeah,
I got a pair of pink fucking swim shorts that have octopuses on
It
them.
has to look good though. I don't
Yeah.
want to just wear pink for the sake of wearing
Well,
pink.
Yeah.
I'm about to say any color, it has to still.
Same.
Be, yeah, like
Yeah. I was rocking these. I got these pair of like I guess like a peach shorts. They're like a long
Yeah,
shorts, Chrome Hearts, whatever. Fucking love them, but I can't wear them with everything. You know what I mean, I gotta wear them with something.
I had a really cool pair of Lacoste shoes
Mm.
a few years. No, this was probably about 10 years ago, and they were like black and pink. They
Oh.
were really cool looking, but I had nothing to wear them with.
Unless you're Bret
Nothing.
Hart. Like, what I was gonna
So
do.
it was like
I just thought of a
think I
great
ended up
thing.
just donating them or something.
Yeah. When I die, I'm going to put in my will, whoever's the executor to, for
That'll be me.
the funeral or whatever.
Yeah.
Tell half the people they need to come all dressed up fancy. Tell the other half to come in relaxed and loose. And
So
I'll
then,
take care of
so
that.
then a certain
I'll take
group of
care of that.
people will be like, "Am I in the right?
and
am
randomly
I
select.
overdressed? Am I not dressed enough?
Yeah,
Am I-
randomly select and tell people different
I
things.
think he wants the most confusing funeral possible.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
he's going for.
Yeah, of course.
that's the joke, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a very Andy Kaufman sort of thing.
So when I die, I just got a good idea from based off of that.
When I die.
When I die, I'm going to buy another corpse, right? So that when people come
While
to,
you're dead.
or I'm going to get my executor
Okay.
to like
To
buy
buy
another
the
corpse
corpse.
or
They're easy
something
to
like
do.
that.
okay,
Yeah.
another corpse.
Yeah.
And then people are going to think they're at the wrong funeral because it's not me,
Well, why don't we just
but
get
it's
like?
actually my funeral.
But why don't we just put a mask on your face?
Because
instead?
you'd be able to tell,
No, we won't.
sure you will.
Trust we won't.
or dress me up
They're
like,
like,
Art,
"Oh,
the
no."
Clown.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here to celebrate Mickey Mouse. He's
No,
dead.
no, I want to be dressed up like Art the Clown, and I want a pneumatic system that pops me up with a knife.
That would be fucking hilariously
great.
evil.
or right before everybody's they're finishing everything up and stuff like that, play Pop Goes the Weasel.
Oh, nice. And then you pop up. And the
Or
best-
or I don't.
or the
That's
best
the
part of that.
anticipation.
The best part of that is if like you did pop up, and because your rigor mortis is already set in, you just split in half.
No. Even better is you make a video, and again at the start of it, you say, "Everybody, welcome. I wanted to give this message for the day I die. I don't know when I've died, but now I'm going to start sharing my message."
Yeah.
And you make sure that
That's a good start.
and-
Let me write that down.
yeah. Well, no. You make sure that the length is shown, and it's like a 6-hour long video.
I just staring
Yeah.
at
Do
this
we have,
man
do we have to,
blinking every so often.
Yeah.
do we have to can we go? Like, do we have to
Yeah, no, you gotta stay.
No, you
Respect my
have to.
wishes.
And that's just it. Every so often, I'll randomly start to say something and be like, "Oh, well, hang on, let me
One
think."
second.
And then just kind of
Yeah.
do
And
that,
you,
do that thing
remember,
at the end of news broadcasts where they're just like talking to each other. But
Yeah.
to yourself.
Now I really want to fucking do that.
Oh, you're giving me ideas.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck, that's brilliant.
But
that's brilliant.
oh wow,
Yeah.
On that note,
that's
anything
a,
else?
that's a
Well, I
long,
got one thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go for it.
One small thing.
Well,
It's
more
sorta-
than one small thing, but your next small
It's
thing.
true. Well, I'm trying to make it
Three
three small
small
things.
things.
Three
Yeah.
small things. Like,
1, 2, 3.
I got a new job. I'm not quitting my current job. I got another job though.
Okay.
I got a role on a TV show.
Oh,
It's a
nice.
background role. It's a background role.
So peas and carrots roll.
I don't even know if I'm going to be peas and carrots,
It's
but
gonna be like hanging out. Going,
but I can't speak about it. It
Well, no,
is
yeah.
on a pretty
Oh,
big
wow. Good for you.
project. So yeah, so that was cool. I went to go get
I was
fitted
gonna say
the other
just
day.
as long as we still get cheap hotel room in August.
Don't worry. I got a homeless shelter for us regardless. Okay.
You got a hostel we can stay.
We got the element. We'll just stay in the element.
In Toronto, yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm not quitting that place. But I went for my fitting yesterday, and it was actually a really great experience in all of it. And it was just cool to be a part of.
That's good.
Part of a.
Well, that's more. You said it. Being part of it, getting
Yeah,
to
you
experience
got
it.
it.
Like,
Got it.
Being part of the conversation.
Yeah.
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 And the goal is obviously we all know this is try to string them together, trying to get more.
Oh,
but
yeah,
Did
more
you
and
sign an NDA?
no.
So they didn't talk about it, so shut up.
No,
Exactly,
just save it.
You can talk about it.
No,
no,
okay.
You can
wait
talk
till
about
it's aired.
I will.
Because
for
then you can
anticipation.
share the
You got it.
clip and.
But
blah,
no,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we have to be like, oh, there he is. There's my buddy, and then he.
And we will get there. Trust me.
Once
this thing
he's
isn't gonna-
confirmed that you can see him.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't going to
might
come
be
out
cut
for like
out, that's
probably
true. Yeah.
6 months, 8 months, or however long it takes for them
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go through
It's
production.
Murdoch Mysteries.
I think
isn't
they're
it?
only on second day of production. so
It's
I think
Murdoch Mysteries, isn't it?
It is Murdoch Mysteries. No, I will tell you this. It is a new show that was picked up. So
Oh,
it's
no.
something different. Then I will tell more as the days go.
Well, yeah. Once you confirm that you're actually included.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Is it
Well, I mean, they
filming
did
here or
fit me.
Toronto?
They did fit me.
We
so
all, but again,
that's true. You never know. You never,
anything can
you're right.
change.
Filming here or Toronto?
No, neither in Hamilton.
Oh wow.
But I did have to go to Toronto for my fitting.
In Hamilton.
In Hamilton. Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes. Wonderful crew. Very efficient and speedy team. I got to
Cool.
give them a lot of credit for that.
Cool.
And so yeah, that's kind of my little.
Because they didn't really
Clip
have to
of
work
figures.
around a package.
So about a year from now, we'll be talking about your lovely experience in a great new series of
Yes.
which you'll
Which
turn
is
into
called-
the lead.
Yes. Yeah. It's
The-
called.
the show is called
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
and we'll just put it in.
Yes.
Oh, I'll put
Place
it in.
of-
It's okay.
But doing
Yeah, we
these
know
things
that.
while we're anticipating our next one and all that good stuff. And
Groovy.
yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very nice.
that's that's that for me. And what, do we want to wrap it up, or what do we want to do?
Yeah, I think we should.
Gonna circle jerk each other?
Yeah, I'd like
Well,
to do
yeah,
that.
but not on camera.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of on camera.
At least not for YouTube.
I'm shy.
Yeah, no evidence. That's
At
ridiculous.
least not for YouTube.
Oh no, I leave evidence. You just can't see it. It's
That's
behind
right.
you.
Need the black light. That's right. All right, that's enough. Let's wrap this.
I
up.
always remember
The
that
one
when
couch
the
I
black
do
lights.
not want to bring a black light around.
Well, no. I always remember when black lights started to get more out there. What did anybody ever do when they were visiting someone else's house?
I
Stains on the
I have never once done that because
really?
I don't want to know.
We're doing it your part.
I'm just one of those
I did
I
it.
don't want to know situations.
for sure.
I want people to see. Yeah, I marked my territory. What?
Fucking walk into
My
fucking
fa-
Chris's room. Oh no, speaking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Wait.
My favorite was a scary movie too.
Oh, it's
with,
ectoplasm.
When was it David Cross's character? And they use they like have infrared. And he's just got like,
Oh yeah, it's all over his face.
Yeah. So I'm like, what? Oh my god, hilarious.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
it's because earlier in the show, doesn't he say something about being able to suck himself off or some
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that?
yeah. That's and that's the payoff. I hate to say it that way, but that's what it is. It's the payoff to the
The
joke.
payoff.
Yeah.
I was watching, and this made me feel like I'm noticing that 4K things in 4K that weren't shot in 4K are when you analyze them or you look at them a little harder, you can really see the cracks.
Yeah, yeah.
And not
yeah.
just in people's faces. Like I was watching Spy Hard, the Leslie Nielsen
Yeah.
spoof of all the Mission Impossibles and shit. And there's so much crap in that movie, and I'm sure there's if we watch a lot of Airplane or like Naked Gun stuff like that. There's so much crap in that movie that's like we as a production group, we could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Like there was a scene where he's floating down in it's right at the beginning, he's floating down in a parachute, and he like lights a cigar or something like that, and then he like throws the lighter, and then it goes up to the parachute, starts burning a hole, and then it cuts back to the stunt man in the parachute, and all the smoke is like a smoke bomb attached to one of the fucking like that's all they did.
Yeah.
Right? Or
Yeah.
there was like a scene where a guy's riding a lawnmower chasing him on a horse, a la True Lies.
Right.
Or he's on the horse.
Yeah.
And and it cuts back to the lawnmower, and it's just a quad with like some like fucking fake like plastic lawnmower attachments on. It's like we could do
Of
this.
You know what?
It would be hilarious.
I had that same eureka moment the first time I saw Clerks. I can do that.
well, yeah.
And that's what I've been chasing.
But,
ever since
but
I
now
saw
I'm
Clerks.
thinking about like things that were on a larger
Yeah, yeah.
scale.
So,
Over
are
time.
are
yeah.
used like so. This is what I'm noticing.
all jokes aside for a second, I want to qualify you for a second. You're absolutely right, and it's funny that you say that because I think the magic of movie making is saying, here's this idea I want to make happen, and then figuring out how you make that happen, right?
without making it look like
right,
without making it look like it's been duct taped together.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, try to make it look
98%
as
of the
professional.
time, movie magic is duct taped together.
Typically is like, how do you make space scenes without going to space, right?
Right.
A good example, I'm not going to mention names just because I don't want to give them the clout, but back in kind of the early days when we're figuring out the big come down, we're figuring out stunts and things like that because we have an explosion in that movie and things like that. And we were doing tests with models. We were trying to figure out how it looks like when you explode this way, burn this way, blah, 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 because we were trying to get it. And yeah, we got it to a point where it was almost indistinguishable from a real burning building after fucking weeks of work, right? But
4K is
2-second.
4K is starting to ruin this.
it is starting to
yeah.
Right? Even like really well professionally choreographed fight scenes, you're looking at like, there's the crack. Like they didn't have this quality, so they were like, oh yeah, we can just shoot at this angle, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nobody thought like
No, it
20
was
years
different.
ahead going like
It's
This
like
is-
black and white television things. of
Same
this nature.
idea.
Like things change over.
I don't know.
time.
You go back to like old like Buster Keaton flicks and shit like that. It's like that's good.
Oh, sure.
That's quality because they didn't have the
I was
technology
gonna say, 'cause a
to
lot of
do
it was-
certain things,
yeah.
right?
It's more authentic. Right?
So once you get the technology in there, it was like, okay, we can fool people. But then once the technology caught up with video quality,
Yes.
now they were like, oh, we can't fool people as well anymore.
The big
we
thing you
have
have
to
to
do it better.
remember is stop looking at the cracks.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is too much. We probably should talk about this on another episode. But I have a feeling as the new generation is coming out, we're getting this kind of bounce back to retro. We're talking about the old format stuff. We're talking about that. I have a sneaking suspicion. Yes, 4K, 8K is going to be a big thing, but I have a feeling there's going to be a massive wave of people that want that kind of old, grainier look.
Yeah.
We should have an episode on this.
We should have
Yeah,
an episode.
agreed.
Yeah.
Let's put that away for now.
I think that's a
Let's
good
put
idea.
that
You know
on
what?
the back boina.
yeah.
Like the thing early, like your, we'll put a pin in that.
Yeah, we'll put a
Yeah,
pin in
put
that.
a big old
Yeah,
pin in it.
We'll put a pin
A
in that.
giant fat hole. Okay, what the fuck? All right, let's wrap this up here. You out there! What are your thoughts on the distraction discussion? Do you like what we talked about? Do you want to add anything? We want to hear from you. So please keep the conversation going with us wherever you're listening to us in the comment sections. Anywhere find us online, type up Sarcastic Distractions. We come up in Google right away. If you if you want to keep chatting on our Discord server, we'd love that because then I'll give me something to do while I'm on there.
Discord.
I know. Appreciate it. If you want to support us, you can do so 2 ways. You can certainly go save 10% by buying, click on the Smoking Gun Beef Jerky link.
10%.
And buy American by supporting Canadian. You can support us directly by clicking on our Buy Me a Coffee link. We can help pay for some more bubblies and keep the lights on and keep AJ repeating things. And then on top of all that, we want you to know that what's going on in the world is a crazy place. And it's important to talk about all the stuff that's going on inside your head because you matter, not just to us, but to those who are around you. If you can't do that with anybody that you know, we're going to have some links so you can seek out the help that you might need.
Zach Morris is a smart, intelligent human being.
That is absolutely true.
So I'm just trying to do that, the thing that they did in that one episode where it was the masking of the, what's that fucking shit called? I should know what it is. Where they put the audio underneath the audio and then it makes you hear the other audio. Subliminal messaging. That's what it is.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do.
Sure.
You
But
did
until
a
next time,
really good job.
I've been Harvey.
I'm to Dave.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
I saw a study.
I know.
I saw a study.
Yeah.
Did you hear that they found a lizard that has invisible sperm?
Mm.
They never saw it coming.
There you go. And that's been AJ. And just like that, you got yourself sarcastically distracted. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on our fun program.
You got me in the end.
Have yourself a wonderful night. Peace.
Take care, all.
Bye now.